Feedback is, what is the first thing that pops into your head? Share it in the comments below. And then we're going to talk about this today. To me, feedback is fuel. Feedback is energy. Feedback is guiding me in the direction I need to go in everything, and especially in growing and building and scaling and supersizing my business. Why? Because people tell us everything we need to know if we just use our 2 ears and we listen to them. I've been an embracer of feedback, especially in the work environment, for a long, long time, because I know that even if people give us feedback with the wrong intent, just to complain or get something off their chest or to assess blame or to take the attention off of themselves, those would be negative reasons for giving feedback. Even if they do that, I can find a kernel of truth in that I can use to become a better version of myself, a better leader, a better coach, a better consultant, a better human being. Now, of course, there is that feedback that's just from haters, and we need to just develop I call it my rhinoceros skin. I grew up in corporate America in some very tough business environments. And, it would be easy. And a lot of people fell into the, I'm a victim, this environment's terrible bucket. Or you could fall into which is I chose to embrace that feedback and learn the things that I needed to learn about myself that I could improve and make better. And the rest of it, you just let go of. So today, share in the comments below right now, feedback is blank. And put the first word, the first thought that popped into your head, because it's important. And we're going to learn why as we go throughout today's discussion on feedback. Feedback, when given with the right intent, when specific, when given in a way that's designed to help the other person, is absolutely gold. And if you embrace that type of feedback and actually act on the information that you receive, you will watch your career and your business skyrocket, because people that can continually improve and iterate and become a better version of themselves are those that lead the best organizations. Now, of course, this is my humble opinion. You don't have to agree, but my favorite people are the people that continually grow and learn and become a better version of themselves. Feedback needs to be specific to accelerate growth, but unfortunately, the vast majority of feedback that people give and receive is the opposite of that. It's vague, it's general, it's given in a harsh way or an unkind way, and it's not really blurted out and given to help the person. It's given to get something out, a negative emotion out of the person that's giving the feedback. And that is, not the best way to give feedback. That's why I say, if I ever am upset about something, I take a breather. I will stop what I'm doing. I will take a couple of deep breaths before I ever open my mouth. Well, it doesn't always happen, but sometimes I will just walk away and then come back when I'm in a better, more receptive mood. Effective feedback includes the specific behavior, the impact that it has on you or on other people based on your observation, and then it gives some kind of what should you do about it, or what might you do about it, or it opens a discussion between you and the other person. And again, negative feedback always given in private, one-on-one. This is rule number 1 to being a good human being and to decent leadership. The praise in public, criticize in private, or give negative feedback in private. Why? Because we're not trying to destroy the other person's ego and identity. We're trying to help them. And if you're giving feedback without that intent, just stop doing it. And maybe it's time to ask for some feedback, perhaps. Receiving feedback, listen to it without judgment. Listen to it without defending. It's not even judgment. Just listen to it. Don't defend. Just listen to what the person has to say. Hear them out. Don't jump in. And then say thank you. Reflect on the feedback for validity. You don't have to respond. Just because somebody dumps some feedback at you, you can just say, listen. We've talked about listening and how important that is. 2 ears, 1 mouth for a reason. Just thank the person for taking their time. And you know what? Thank them for giving you the feedback, especially if it's something that you don't necessarily want to hear, because it was probably just as hard for that person to give you that feedback as for you to receive it. I know it's hard to put yourself in their shoes, especially if it's something a little harsh or something negative or something you consider negative. A lot of times people give us feedback on something that we think is negative, but it's actually a strength that we have. And we just need to turn it around and get a different point of view and perspective and figure out how to assess that, how to just continually improve. So today, what are we going to do? We are going to look at and give feedback to one person, or we are going to ask for feedback from one person and see if it follows the format of specific, behavior, impact, and then any suggestions or conversation about what can you do about it. I'm going to challenge you to use that format today when you give feedback, but just observe how you receive feedback when you ask for it from another person today. Share in the comments below what you learned from this, because I think it's really powerful. And understand, everything we want and do, we have the ability to change and create something positive out of it just by changing our reaction to it, our point of view or our perspective, and what we assign meaning to. If we assign meaning, okay, if you've ever done anything online and you're making any kind of an impact whatsoever, you will have haters, right? People that just hate on you. And it's not real feedback because it usually involves personal attacks. If someone includes a personal attack in the feedback, that feedback is about them. It's not about you. That's one of my easiest, best rules of thumb to share, because we're not going to take on people's negative feedback as if it's ours, when it really is just about them as a person, and they might be at a different point in their career, their development, or their emotional intelligence, and we can't own that for them. They can only own that for themselves. All right, so share in the comments below today the best piece of feedback you have ever gotten in your entire life. Share that in the comments below so we can focus on the positives. And if you want to share your experience on how you're giving and receiving feedback went today, we would love to hear about it. All right, go out and make it an amazing day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.